Salah gets Sofa Scores man of the match, 8.8. Who scored? Give him 8.6. Fotmob give him a 9.2 from the penalty spot, and then a wonderful curled effort to make it 2-0 from him. I actually thought his all-round play was really good again today. You know, you have those games in a Salah season where, you know, I would call him in my post-match video like about being the king of clutch, and I'd said that in the live commentary, and he absolutely was. But there's a time in the first half, in particular, where he came back and helped Trent out and just added some extra numbers in defensive aspect. First half, he kept getting the ball one-on-one against Kerkez, and you said they're letting Kerkez go 1v1. They changed that in the second half, and that all of a sudden there are a lot more numbers around Salah, so his impact in that regard dwindled. But then that was an opportunity where he still scored the goal and sealed the game.
Yeah, he was fabulous, and good luck with that. Like, I know they back Kerkez, he's a good player, and listen, Liverpool you might play for us next year. You can't leave your fullback one-on-one with most. It's just, it's not fair on your fullback. And although Liverpool didn't directly score from those situations, Salah was spinning him, he was finding passes, the cross to Trent, that Trent headed. Like, Salah was having a good game there, getting wide. Like I say, there was a couple of times when Liverpool were caught out and Salah realised and got himself back. He identified they're getting Kerkez, Kluivert and Semenyo up against Trent and Ibu, and we're outnumbered. So Salah he got in the way. He's not throwing tackles in like at this time, but he just be a number, but then make clutch situations. You mentioned it there, when you need your main man to step up, score the penalty. What a penalty. That's one of the best he's taken. Like, I always think sometimes even when he scores, I think if a goalie might be able to get that. Yeah. If a goalie stands up or goes the right way, that's it. That one today, unsavable. Yeah. Especially for someone like Kepa.
It was a very Gerrard-like penalty, I thought.
It was Harry Kane. I associate that one different, but like whipping it, whips it across the left, obviously different foot, but where he finds that it's impossible to save. And then the goal is, there are very few footballers with a left foot like that, because usually when you see someone cut inside and bend it in, they've usually put pace and power on it, and he's done that. Look what the goal he scores against Bologna and Brighton this year, cut his bang. This one, he made sure it went in. It was like he placed it. He just took a little bit off it and just found that corner. It was. You said the clutch. Like, Mo Salah's coming up clutch. He keeps doing it. He keeps delivering. He scored 21 league goals. It's February the 1st. It's a joke. Yeah, he's outrageous.
Well, he's 3 clear of Haaland in the top in the Golden Boot race at the moment, 4 ahead of Isak and Chris Wood, the goal machine. Cool. Like, and obviously the chart's still a thing for him as well. He's the best player.
He's on for 20 and 20.
He's the best player in the league by an absolute distance. And therefore, best player in the world as far as I'm concerned. But that goal, again, like, I think he's lost a bit of power sometimes in his shooting, particularly like standing shooting. There's a couple of ones that he's wellied, of course, but that one, it needs to be perfect, because actually just bend it round the goalie into that, it's got to be something special. It's not like the one against Chelsea where it's an absolute rocket into the top corner years ago. And we talk about his position where he shoots from. It's right on the cusp of where Mo Salah should be shooting from. I think if it's another 5 yards out or a couple of yards out more towards the corner of the 18-yard box, it's too far for him to score that goal from.
Back post, isn't he? That's the problem with him. And again, it was Kerkez who's left on an island with him, and he kind of, all Kerkez does is go, bend it around me and you'll score. He gives him the marker point. They know how good Salah can find the back post easily. He's done, how many times has Gakpo scored that goal at the back because of Salah? He's so dangerous. It reminded me actually of his Puskas winning goal against Everton. He didn't absolutely well it. He just made sure he found the corner. It's a massive moment, because Bournemouth, like I say, full of heart, full of energy, full of quality. They were really good, and that cushion is massive.
We're in danger of being rocked before that. Kluivert has the chance and he misses it, and that is your archetypal sliding doors football moment there.
Kill the spirit, someone please.
All he just needs to do is put it into the empty net. Alisson's dived, it's hit the post, just slot it, and it's 1-1, and it's game on, and it's anyone's game, because they've been really working for it all game long, and that could easily have been one that we go, oh God, it's a sucker punch on the jaw, and even if you don't go down, you're rocked, and you've got a few minutes there to balance yourself. Liverpool just went down the other end and scored, and it's like, oh, and then all of a sudden it became Justin Kluivert fucked this opportunity for Brentford to go and get something from it, as opposed to Justin Kluivert's thrown this game and the title race wide open. So Salah just being the man to just turn up and do cool as you like, calm as you like, composed, Mo Salah shit is the reason why this game is done, and the reason why the 3 points in the bag.
Again, if you look at a lot, I thought it was a very even game, but what we had was a world-class finisher. This one's a penalty, but world-class finish. You mentioned before, as good as the Bournemouth were, and they'll go, oh, unlucky, but Salah made sure he scored. Clive didn't make sure he scored. Semenyo didn't make sure he scored. Tavernier does really well, doesn't make sure he scores. Yep. Salah finds that corner. The margins between good and great are not that big. But there are certain things, and Salah did it. Like say, on another day, a better player might score those goals, but Bournemouth didn't, and Salah did. That is not easy. That second goal, there are a few footballers in the world with the left foot and the composure to do it. Outrageous. I love the word clutch in this situation. Mo Salah comes up clutching. Yeah, he takes Liverpool one step closer to the title with a brilliant all. It wasn't just the what you said before. Like, I haven't noticed Mo Salah today. We scored. This was like, Salah was constantly involved in the game. He was a threat the entire way through it. Oh, and by the way, have a bit of a worldie to finish it off like. That
goal is a 0.03 XG chance because you're not meant to score those goals, and that's where you need a little bit of quality. And you don't score them time and time again. You've got to pick your moments, and this is the thing. This is like Kluivert has been good for them this season. He's a good player,
very good player,
and he's had scored quite a lot of goals in recent times. But goes back to your point, Semenyo. I thought Semenyo looks brilliant. I don't know whether either of them can go on. My suspicion is one of them will get a big move this summer, possibly to a Champions League level team. Probably Semenyo, if you had to guess on that. And if they carry on, they'll carry on. They're young enough to have more. But Salah is he's a difference maker. He's been there, he's done it, and that's what having world-class footballers does, is that's just a moment there where the game could easily, Bournemouth could go, okay, we come close, we'll go again. It didn't end at 2-0. They kept going all the way to the last minute, and they nearly scored again late on. But again, that 2-goal buffer was everything this game was crying out for, and it's all about Mo Salah.
It's almost disrespectful to compare other people to him on the people you're doing it, because you can't. He's a all-time Premier League great. He's the greatest winger in Premier League history. He's one of the greatest players in Premier League history. He's one of Liverpool's best ever players, and it's for moments like this where you'll go back in a few years' time, people will be looking at the record, oh yeah, Liverpool beat Bournemouth 2-0, and you won't think about it, and then you'll look at the game and you'll look at the stats and you go, fucking hell, Mo Salah again pulls Liverpool out. Not pulls them out, but like Mo Salah is the difference between Liverpool drawing that game, potentially losing that game, and winning it. With a finish very few people can deliver. He was brilliant.
The thing that there was 2 Mo Salahs in the game, and again, do check his heat map out. There's one on the right wing, but like right midfield, quite deep on the right hand side, and that's first half where we're getting the ball to him and he's running at the left back. Second half we switched it up so he gets closer to the goal, and that's where he starts to cause problems. He's got Curtis Jones as his header, and Salah nearly gets on it at the back post, and there, so he scores his goal a couple of times where he's trying to get shots off him and shots blocked, or feeding little balls back into the midfield. He can do both, and we're actually balancing that really well in his play, and it worked out perfectly for him. Took his pen great, took his goal great. Man of the match across the board. Was he your man of the match though? Let us know in the comments section. Was he yours?
Yeah, probably. Him and Alisson have got equal share of it, I think. Do both, but yeah, he won the game, and with that goal, you've got to that tips it his way, doesn't he? And
I'm in danger of being anything other than that being a bit of a hipster choice. Like Diaz is the one that stood out for me because I just loved his all-round performance. His desire was so heartwarming to see. I got a lot from that. So Diaz was probably mine, but I do sometimes, when I finish talking about Salah and I talk about the goals and I'm just glorifying everything that he does, and rightly so, sometimes I go, am I just being a bit of a fucking wet wipe, not giving it to
You're half bored, you're half bored, you want a bit of a change, but never change, Mo.
Yeah.
Just out of contract, I don't think we would like you to change. Brilliant.